Hello friends, in this video tutorial we are going to learn how to add or remove input fields dynamically by using AngularJS with PHP. By using AngularJS we can add multiple dynamic input fields, and then after by using PHP script we will save or insert into MySQL database. Do you know how to add or remove dynamic input fields by using AngularJS? So if you have not know, then this tutorial will help you to learn this topic. If you have using AngularJS in your web development and in your task, you have to work with multiple dynamic input fields and insert that dynamic field data into database by using PHP, then this tutorial will help you. Now we have start discussing this topic. So this is our testing database, and in this we have one name table with table column like ID, name, and programming languages. Here we will insert data into this table by using AngularJS with PHP. Here programming languages column data will be filled with multiple dynamic text box which has been generated by using AngularJS. This is our index page, and on this page we have already added Bootstrap library style sheet link and Angular JavaScript link. We will use functionality of both library. First we have write division tag with ng app directive is equal to dynamic app. This directive tells AngularJS that this is root element of AngularJS application. After this we have write ng controller directive is equal to dynamic controller. This directive will add a controller to your application. First we want to fetch data from name table and display on web page by using AngularJS. So here we have make one HTML table with two column like name and programming languages. After this we have write table row tag with ng repeat directive is equal to name in names data. This directive will print a set of HTML data according number of records in names data variable. Under this tag we have write open and close table data tag, and between this we have write open and close two braces, and between them we have write name.name. It will print name table column data here. In second table data tag also we have write open and close two braces, and between them also we have write name.programming languages table column. This will print programming languages table column data. Now we have moved to write Angular JavaScript code, and here we have write variable app is equal to angular.module method, and under this method we have write app directive name dynamic app and blank array. Here we have create module by using AngularJS function like angular.module. After this we have write app variable.controller method, and under this we have write controller name dynamic controller and function with two argument like $scope and $HTTP. Here we have add controller to our application by using controller method, and here by using $scope we can access the HTML tag, and by using $HTTP we can send request to server script. Now we have write $scope.fetch data is equal to function. Here we have create fetch data function for fetch data from database and display on web page. Under this we have write $http.get method, and under this we have write PHP page name, which is fetch data.php. Here we have use get method for fetch data from fetch data.php. After this we have write success callback function. This block of function has been called if request completed successfully, and this function will receive data from server. Under this function we have write $scope.name data variable is equal data argument. In this data argument it has store data which it has been fetch from database, which has been stored under names data variable, and by using this variable we have display on web page. Now here we have write ng-init directive is equal to fetch data function, so when page has been loaded then this directive will call this function and it will display data on web page. Now we have moved to write PHP code. So first we want to make database connection, so here we have write $connect variable is equal new to class object. Under this we have write mysql host is equal to localhost, database name is equal to testing, username set to root and password set to blank. After making of database, now we have go to fetch data.php page, and here we have write include statement with database connection.php file. This will make database connection on this page. Below this we have write $query variable is equal to select star from name table order by ID. After this we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement, and under this we have write $query variable. It will make query for execution. Now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $statement variable with execute method. If query successfully run then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write while loop, and under this we have write $row variable is equal to $statement with fetch method, and under this method we have write to class fetch association method. By using this method we can fetch the next row from result set, and here single row of result has fetch in associative array format, which we have store under $row variable. Under this loop we have write $data variable in array format is equal to $row variable. So here we have store single row result has been stored under $data variable. Now we want to send this data to fetch data function in JSON string format, so we have write echo statement with JSON encode method, and under this we have write $data variable. Friends, here first we have load web page in browser, and here we can see name table data in table format on web page. So here we seen how to display data on web page on page load by using Angular JavaScript. Now we have proceed for add or remove dynamic input fields by using AngularJS, so we have go to index.html page. So here first we have defined bootstrap alert code for display success message after successfully insert of data. And under this we have write AngularJS expression under double braces with name success message. We set name of this expression after successfully insert of data. Here we have add ng show directive is equal to success. This directive will show HTML tag if expression is equal to true, otherwise it will be hidden. Same way for display error message we have also use bootstrap alert, and under this we have write Angular JavaScript expression with name error message, it will display error message. Here also we have add ng show directive is equal to error. This both alert tag we will be hidden by set to false on page load in AngularJS code. For this we have go to AngularJS code, and here we have write $scope.success is equal to false. This will hide bootstrap success on web page. Same way for hide error alert message we have write $scope.error is equal to false. This code will hide bootstrap error alert message on web page. Now we have define HTML form, so here we have write form tag with attribute method is equal to post. Under this form we have write input type is equal to text, attribute name is equal to name, and ng model directory is equal to form data.person name. By using this ng model directive we can bind the value of this name text box. For generate dynamic HTML field we have write field set tag with ng repeat directive is equal to row in rows variable. Under this tag we will add dynamic input fields. So here for enter programming language skill we have create input type is equal to text, name is equal to programming languages in array, and ng model directive is equal to form data.skill with $index +1. This will generate unique name for this model directive. For remove dynamic input field we have write button type is equal to button, name is equal to remove, and ng model directive is equal to row.remove. By click on this button we can remove dynamic HTML field. Now for add dynamic input field we have write button type is equal to button, name is equal to add more. By click on this button we can add dynamic input field on web page. Lastly we have write input type is equal submit, name is equal to submit, and value is equal to save. By click on this button we can submit form data. Now we have go Angular JavaScript code. So here we have write $scopes.rows is equal to JSON array with key name with value programming languages and name key with value remove. Here we have define ng model directive input field which we have defined under form, so when page been load then it will display only this text box with remove button. Now we have write $scope.addRow function. This function will generate dynamic HTML input fields. Under this function we have write id variable is equal to $scope.rows.length +1. It will increment number by 1 and store under id variable. After this we have write $scope.rows.push method. This code will add dynamic input fields which has been come under ng repeat rows directive. Now here in add more button and we have write ng click directive is equal to add row function. So when we have click on this button then it will add dynamic input fields. Same way for remove dynamic input fields by using AngularJS. So here we have write $scope.remove row is equal to function with row argument. Based on value of this argument it will identify on which row button has been clicked. Under this function we have write index variable is equal to $scope.rows.index of function, and under this we have write row argument. Here we can get index value of button. Below this we have write $scope.rows.splice function, and under this function we have write index with 1. It will remove particular row of input fields. Now here in remove button we have add ng click directive is equal to remove row function with row argument. By click on this button we can remove particular row of input fields. Friends, here we have refresh page, and above name table data we can see text box for enter name, and below this we can see text box for enter single language name. Suppose we want to add one more language, so here we have click on add button, and by click on this button we have add dynamic input field, so we can enter one more language. Now we want to remove input field. For this we have click on this remove button, so after click on this button that input field has been removed from web page. Now we have go to index.html for insert dynamic input fields data, so here we have write $scope.form data is equal blank array. This is for clear form fields value. After this we have write $scope.submit form is equal to function. This function will insert form data by using Angular JavaScript. Under this we have write $http, and under this we have write method option is equal to post. So here we have use post method for submit form data. After this we have write URL option is equal to insert.php, so here we have send request to this URL. In third option we have write data. Under this option we can define form data, so here we have write $scope.form data. In our form field we have use form data in ng model directive. Lastly we have write success callback function. This function has been called if request completed successfully. Under this function we will write code after write PHP code under insert.php. So here first we have write include statement, and under this we have write database connection.php. This code will make database connection on this page. For receive data from Angular JavaScript function we have write $form data variable is equal to JSON code function, and under this function we have write file get contents function, and under this function we have write PHP input stream. Here this file get contents function has been fetch form data from this PHP input stream in JSON string format, and by using JSON code function it will convert into PHP array object. Below this we have defined four variable like $error variable, $message variable, $validation error variable, $name variable, and $programming languages variable with blank value. After this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $form data with person name object. If this condition true then it will execute if block. So under this block we have write $error variable in array format is equal to name is required. So here we have store error message under this $error variable. But suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $name is equal to $form data with person name object. Same way for programming languages we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $form data with skill object. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $error variable is array format is equal to programming language is required. But suppose above condition false, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write for each loop with $form data with object as $language variable. Under this loop we have write $programming languages variable, and in this variable we have append data like $language variable. This code will append all enter language details under this variable. Now we have write $data variable is equal to array with :name key with value get from $name variable. In second :programming languages key value get from $programming languages variable. So here we have store form data under this $data variable. Below this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function with $error variable. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block we have write $query variable is equal to insert into name table with table column name and programming languages with values get from :name and :programming languages. Below this we have $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. This make query for execution. Now we want to execute query, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $statement variable with execute method, and under this method we have write $data variable. If query successfully run, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $message variable is equal to data inserted. But suppose $error variable has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $validation error variable is equal to implode function with comma string delimiter and $error variable. This code will convert $error array into string and store under $validation error variable. Now here we have write $output variable is equal to array with error key value get from $validation error variable and message key value get from $message variable. This way we have store output data in $output variable in array format. Now we want to send to AngularJS function, so we have write echo statement with JSON encode function, and under this we have write $output variable. Now we have go to index page, and here we have write if statement, and under condition we have write data.error variable value is not equal to blank. If this condition true, that means there is some error, so under this block we have write $scope.success is equal to false, it will hide success alert message. Below this we have write $scope.error is equal to true, this code will display error alert message on web page. But suppose there is no any validation error found, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $scope.success is equal to true. It will display success message on web page. But suppose there is no any validation error found, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $scope.success is equal to true. It will display success message on web page. For hide error alert message we have write $scope.error is equal to false. This code will hide alert error message on web page. For display success message under success alert message, so here we have write $scope.success message is equal to data.message. It will display success message on web page. After this, for clear all form fields, we have write $scope.form data is equal to blank array. This will clear all form fields value. For remove dynamic input fields we have write $scope.rows is equal to JSON array with key name value get from programming languages and second name key value set to remove. This code will remove dynamic input fields and display only single programming languages text box with blank value and remove button. Lastly, we want to display inserted data on web page, so we have write $scope.fetchData function. This function will display latest data on web page. Now here we have write ng-submit directive is equal to submit form function. This directive will submit form data when we have click on submit button. Friends, first we have refresh page, and here we can see simple form for enter name details and multiple programming language details. So when we have click on add button, then blank programming language input field with remove button has been generate and display on web page. And suppose we want to remove any dynamic input fields, so we have click on remove button, then dynamic input fields has been removed from web page. Now we have directly click on save button without enter details, so after click on save button we have seen error message like name and programming language is required, so here our validation working properly. Now we have enter John Smith in name details, and in programming languages details we have enter PHP. After this we want to add one more skill, so we have click on add button and enter MySQL. Same way we have add other multiple skill by add more button. So now we want to save this details, so we have click on save button. After click on save button we can see data inserted success message on web page, and below we can see inserted data on web page. So this way we can make simple add or remove dynamic input fields application by using AngularJS with PHP. If you have used AngularJS as front-end web development, and in back-end if you has used PHP, and then if you want to work with add or remove dynamic input fields, then you can follow this video tutorial. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.